Hi guys, this is Dr. Divya Pradhan and we are continuing with our earlier presentation, animals and how they evolved, in particular the invertebrates, the forms without a vertebral column. Alright, so here we talk about a coelom. What is coelom? Coelom is a true body cavity. So once again, remember, we are trying to classify, we are trying to determine which forms are more advanced and how we are going to place them. So, well, of course, they are the primitive forms, the flatworms, the acoelomate. So these flatworms have no body cavity, therefore A means no body cavity, no coelom. Then we come to pseudocoelomate. Pseudo means false. So these are the roundworms. They have a pseudocoelom. Their body cavity is incompletely lined by the mesoderm. As you can see, mesoderm only lines the outer wall. And finally, we have the coelomate forms, which are the more advanced forms, the mollusks, the annelids, the arthropods, the echinoderms, and of course us, chordates. We have a true coelom, true body cavity, because this body cavity is completely lined by the mesoderm. Watch, the mesoderm lines both sides completely the coelom. So we are the coelomate forms, or the more advanced forms. Well, what are the advantages of a coelom? Of course, coelom gives many advantages. Body movement. The body movements are much more free because the outer wall can move independently. Ample space for complex organs and organ systems. No longer we are in the cells or the tissue level. We are in complex organ system for organ system to develop. And of course now we have organ system of organization. In other words, don't forget, we are from cell, we form tissues, we form organs, and organs organized to form systems. So in the higher forms, we have organ system of organization. That's what it's trying to tell you. All right, so here we have the mollusks. So don't forget, mollusks have a true body cavity. All right, so in phylum mollusks, the body is composed of foot, visceral mass, and a mantle. So they have a three body part. The foot is a very strong muscular portion used for locomotion. I need not tell you that. The visceral mass means the regular body mass. Okay, so the regular body mass, the soft portion that contains internal organs, and of course then we have the mantle right here, the mantle, which is a covering that envelopes or covers the visceral mass, and this also secretes the exoskeleton or the shell. All right. They have a rasping organ, and this rasping organ is called the radula. So it is a tongue-like structure. It has teeth-like, not true teeth, not like us. So, but tooth-like structure, which is used to obtain food or to crush food, bite, not exactly bite, but to cut the food in small pieces. And of course, then there are the mollusks have three groups, three sub groups, which come under the taxa class. So the first class is the gastropoda. Gastro means stomach, poda means foot. So they're stomach-footed. Now these are known to y'all, and where you have seen them. These are the snails, the gastropods, and these include the snails as well as the nudibranchs or nudibranch, because they don't have a shell. So the animal moves by the muscle contraction that passes along its ventrally flat foot. So here's the foot, as you can see, it's a very flat foot. Okay. The next one, bivalvia. Bi means two. So the shells obviously have two parts, and this includes the clams, the oysters, the scallops, the mussels. So clam is of course a filter feeder. Don't forget, you came across the word filter feeder with the sponges, right? So filter feeder, that is that these will circulate water through the body, and as the water circulates, they are going to trap any food particles. So the food particles and water enter through the mantle cavity, and it is through the and thrown out through the siphon. Okay. The next is the cephalopods or the cephalopods. Cephala means head, poda means foot, so they are head-footed. Includes octopus, squids, nautilus. So these have the foot. Instead of having a foot, now you have tentacles. Okay, so these are very known to you all. So you have seen these octopuses, cephalopods. These are very advanced. In fact, they have an internal shell. They don't have an external shell, as you can see with bivalves and gastropods. All right, so the next phylum that we come to are the annelids. Annelids, segmentation is seen externally. Now here these are segmented worms. Remember, we are climbing up the evolutionary ladder. So here they do have a coelom. Yes, they do have a coelom. But now what more do we see? So we see one step above mollusks, and that is that they have segmentation. And these can be seen in ring-like structures, and these ring-like structures have actually a partition or septa that divides the coelom, and you will see these segments. Okay, they have a hydrostatic skeleton. So here they use water pressure as a skeleton for the body not to collapse and to remain firm. They have a nephridium. As these nephridia, you will, if you take higher classes of anatomy and phys, you will see that kidneys are made up of units, and these filtering units are nephridia. So here are the nephron. So here they have the nephridium. These are the excretory tubules, and these tubules, they collect waste products and they excrete it out. And what is so interesting is that they have a complete digestive system. So the digestive system is complete. Another thing, I do not know if your book discusses that, they have a closed circulatory system. That means the blood always flows in blood vessels. So as you can see, blood vessels. In mollusks, they have open circulatory system. They have blood vessels, and then the blood opens up into open body spaces. Here, the blood never leaves the blood vessel, always remains within these blood vessels. They have a closed circulatory system. All right. Here the annelids are subdivided into 3 or more classes. We are only going to discuss 3: polychaetes, oligochaetes, Hirudinea. The word polychaete means polychaeta. That means they have many setae. Setae are hook-like structures that help the worm, help the annelid move from one point to another point. Oligochaetes means are the earthworms. So these, because they have very few setae. So the polychaetes live in marine environments, and of course the last are the leeches or the Hirudinida. These lack setae, so they do not have setae, but they have the same body plan. So of course, as you can see, they have suckers. I'm sure you know about leeches, and these suckers will help it suck the blood from its prey. So with this, we come to the end of our presentation. We'll continue in the next slide about the other phylums. Please stop by my office or call me or ask me if you have any issues. I thank you for listening to me.